What's up guys, I'm Noah, welcome back to Anime Vanguards. Today I bring you guys another episode of the Lazy Man's Catalog. And today's topic is the new Spring Portal macro, which works on all three maps with a 99% win rate, and you keep your 100% skin boost. But guys, before we start, like I always say, I'm trying to become the best Roblox anime YouTuber out there. So if you want to join the journey, a like and subscribe would be much appreciated. But with all that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, we're going to come down into the taxi community. Will be linked in the description. And I know you guys are going to tell me that Salmons is free, which, yes, it is. It is free after a couple of days. You can go use it if you want to, but I'm here with Tupi for his macro today. It is a paid macro, but most good macros are going to have some sort of price. Alright, nothing is really going to be that free. And if it is, probably suspicious. So here, Anime Vanguard, go to the AV Tupi Mango. And then scroll all the way down to the newest version. For me, that is AV version 1.5.4 AV. But before you do this, there is one thing you have to do so your macro won't break. And it's a set in stone thing, so after you have it, you don't have to do it anymore. But come to the pinned comments in Discord and scroll down until you see this one right here. It was on the 24th of April. Jump up to that, and it will give you a little tutorial on how to do it. I already have this done, so I'm not going to do it again. And Tubi explains it better than I probably could. So this right here will fix most of your problems with it. After you have this done, you should be good for every single download in the future. And then for this, then we come down here once you have that done, and make sure you have it done, alright? Please don't forget to do that to make the exclusion. And whenever you have the exclusion on, that's where we're going to download this macro right here. So it's going to pop up right here, continue to download. Just press that, and then save yours in wherever you have your macros. So for me, if I come over here down into here, and go over to macros and save it to my macro AV, save that right there. And then come over here, it should be downloading just fine like that. Alright guys, now once you have that downloaded, it should be in your files where you have an exclusion for it, which for me is in my macros. That has an exclusion on it. So when I come over here to macros AV and have it downloaded in here, it should all be fine. As you can see, we didn't even have to, forward the download or turn off our protection because we have everything good now. So now we can come over here, click on this, extract here, and then wait for this to extract, and then boom, we should have it right here. AV Macro Premium by Tupi. Now you have it, right? Here's the macro. Now, this macro does not have everything set in stone, right? You don't just load it up and pick a setting and then boom, you can macro. You have to download configurations or make your own. So that's where, going back to the Discord server, this stuff plays in. Alright guys, coming back to the Discord server, if you go into Anime Vanguard and go to the AV Tupi configs, there are configurations for almost anything you could ever need. Anything you want to search up here, you can have war lines, spring portals, boss rates, whatever you want, and there's a bunch of them too. So if you don't have a team that works for it, you can just go search for some more stuff or ask somebody to help you make one, and you'll be good. All right, that's what I like about this. You can completely customize it to whatever you want. For me, I will be doing the spring config, all three stages, 99% win rate, Vanguard, Sunju, Monarch. So once you find one that you like, you want to click on it, right? Then you can also follow it. I have mine followed right here, so you can click on the follow version, and then this should give you everything you need to download. Alright guys, so for here, I do download the wrong configuration. Instead of going to the one on this specific that's in the front page of it, go to the pins and download those configurations. It's in a zip, but download the ones in the pinned section. So right here, we have the team and gives us the description for the team. We'll be rocking for the showcase on today's video. Vanguard, Sanju, Arc, and then 3 more exclusives and Takadora. So these give you the 100% boost, and you can beat all 3 stages with 99% win rates. So, as you can see, also it says for the Vanguard, Sunju, Bear, and Bear, plus Iron Files, put those into presets. So, we have a couple things to download here. This is pretty complicated though, I can't lie. This one has a lot more settings than you normally have, but I'll just show you guys the regular stuff. Okay, here we have Planetomic, Land of Gods, Edge of Heaven. So what this means is we're going to download each one of these files and put them into the portals on our macro. So I'm going to bring it over here. We're going to go over to the AV Macro Premium and then go over to settings and then scroll down until you find portals. It'll be right here. Go to Spring Portal and then save it. It says it already exists. That's because there's already one in there that you can make on your own, and then press yes. Alright, I know it seems a little bit complicated, but it's really simple. All you're doing is taking the configurations and then putting them in your settings. Now we're going to do that again for Land of Gods, right? Download that, go into Land of Gods, save it, and it should be good again, and then go over to Edge of Heaven, and you should be able to save it again. These ones have, this one's, for some reason, saving it as double, but it should be fine. I'm going to come over here, and since there was double, we're going to go back into our settings and delete those extra ones right there. So if you go into Portals, go into Spring, and come over here, we're going to delete this one right here. Delete this one right here. And also, I guess we're going to rename this one and delete the one. I don't know why I put the one there, but we're just basically switching out all the files and making sure our downloaded configurations are the one that's going to be loading in. So boom, now we should have every single configuration. As you can see, if you open these up, they have, you know, placements down, coordinations, so everything will work out. They're not coordinations, coordinates. Sorry about that. And then all we have is to do two more things. Normally, this would be all I have to do, right? Normally, it's just downloading these, but since there's also some presets for the Vanguard Central Summons, we're going to download this, and it's said to download it into the settings, and then go to presets, and we're going to delete this too, by the way. Delete the one, so you can just save it again, and then it'll say, boom, download it, and then we'll do it one more time for this one, and then we're going to save this. We're going to delete this one here, and then Vanguard Central Bear only. We're going to save that, and then boom. Now we should have everything ready and set to go. Again, I know it's a little bit complicated. That's just because you have to download your own configurations because it's really customizable. Again, all you have to do for any configurations, just download them and put them into the right files in settings. Hopefully, if you guys follow along, that should not have been too hard to follow. If it is, I'm very sorry. My apologies, but I hope you guys are following along and enjoying this so far. But now we're able to open up the macro and go into Roblox. So I'm going to open up the macro real quick, and we're going to go into Roblox and get everything ready, and we should be able to play the macro from there. Pretty easy to set up. Only took me about 4 minutes or so from downloading it, so not too bad at all. Alright guys, now the macro should be loaded up and whatnot, and Roblox should be loaded up too. And then it's not going to automatically go into the window, and there's no button for the window because when you press start, it automatically goes into the window. So we're going to go over here. Just make sure we turn off graphics qualities. It should not be this high because it might lag out. Everything should be normal from there. Just make sure you're on the right resolutions and whatnot. You know, 1920 by 1080 and 100% scale and whatnot. But now, if you come over here to the macro, you can go to select stage and then go over to the portals and select spring. Should have spring. And whatever one you want to start on should be good. But it works on 90% of the stages, so you don't have to worry about that at all. I'll just have mine started on Planet Namek because I think we have one. Let's check real quick. Make sure you have a portal that is actually in your inventory. There, Planet Namek, so we should be good for that. And then from here, as you can see, if you go into configurations, it will have stuff loaded up. Boom, so you don't have to worry about this. Everything is already loaded in. Now, the only things left is you can put in your settings and whatnot. You can enable half-an-hour challenge and auto bounties. That is also in the Discord server in the configurations. And you can enable a private server and webhook. And once you have all that, I probably will do a private server webhook later on, but I'm not going to do it for this video. You can start the macro. So I'm going to test it out probably first so I don't have to, you know, record me failing it. But then I'll get back to you guys once it works, and I'll show you guys that it works on video. Alright guys, so we actually have a little bit of a mishap. So kind of while I was recording, right, I was recording and it was not working. And I realized that there's different configs that work better. If you go to the pinned comments, Nathan has different stuff that you can use, which is a lot better. If you go jump up to this, here's the spring configs right here. You can download this zip and extract that zip and put those into the settings, which is what we already did before. But these ones right here are the better ones. So make sure you're downloading these and also change your team a little bit. Instead of having the exclusives right there, we're actually bringing Orihime to help a little bit. And once you have all these configs right here, this should be good. I'm going to record it and you guys can see it working for yourselves. But this should be good. And the only thing that's a little bit of a problem is Land of Heaven, or whatever the I forgot what it's called, the Dragon Ball map is. That map is a little bit harder to win on. It still can win on it, but it's a little bit harder. And hold up, I'm gonna close out these things. I don't know why there's two of them, and I'll load it back up there and I'll show you guys the last little setting you can put in. All right guys, so yeah, back in here, you should also, like I already said, make sure you have all the new configurations in there. Configurations are not that hard to install. If you guys just get the hang on them, it's literally just putting the files into the settings files and then just replacing them. Just replace the files. If it's the same name, you can just say replace file, then boom, you're good. But also, we're gonna come over here into portals. Going over to your spring portals, obviously make sure Planet Namek is selected, and make sure Land of Gods is on 3. If you somehow move it to, 2 or whatnot, it's not good because most of the time, Planet Namek and Edge of Heaven are gonna be your main things that you can win on. And since it's 66% of the maps, you should not have a problem getting these, and you should be able to win every single time. But yeah, this should be everything. Make sure your configs are in there, again, like I said, and I'll just play out, and hopefully, yeah, it should be good, guys. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're here on the final boss of the Namek portal. Seems to be working very, very easily. And then again, for the portals, it will work 100% of the time on Edge of Heaven and Namek. It's just a little bit iffy on the Dragon Ball map. I forgot what it's called. But for the most part, 99% win rate. You will be winning almost every single time. Arc is just very good. You get 1 max Arc and 1 max Monarch Vanguard Sun Jiwoo. And again, if you don't have Monarch Vanguard Sun Jiwoo, just look for a different configuration. I already saw one in there for literally any Monarch or most good Monarchs, and then a regular Sun Jiwoo Vanguard and Arc and some other stuff like that. But should be just fine. As you can see right here, 2 million boss with Overshield is getting pretty drained and not even close around the thing, because this map is very easy since it's very compact, where you can put a lot of units in, and then boom. As you can see, works just fine. It will select the secret portal if it needs to, and then obviously it looks for it. If there's a Namek, it will select it, and there is, so it's going to get that one, and then boom, it will go again. I'm going to end the macro though, because that's all we have, and that should be it, guys. Again, configurations, I know it's a little bit hard, right? It's kind of hard to understand, but not really. Just download the right stuff, and again, make sure you download the pinned ones. Download the pinned ones, download the newest configurations you can find, and make sure you don't have on high details, turn low detail on. I had that mistake for a while, which I think I already said in the editing part of this. But yeah, guys, that will be it. I hope you guys can Kaguya. I hope you guys can grind up, and I hope everything goes well for you guys.